Good afternoon. Good evening to some. Everybody's having an awesome day. Sitting at the house, going over some readings and getting into my step work that I have been slacking on. And come across a couple readings, of course, that I wanted to share with you guys. Had an awesome evening last night. I want to thank Nikki R again from Arkansas for sharing her experience, strength, and hope. That was really awesome last night. Amazing story of recovery. Was super excited to have her on. She was struggling last night and was really going through it, and I was blessed to have her on. So I wanted to thank her again. Tomorrow night I'm going to have another speaker on at 9:30 Eastern. Kevin M. from Idaho. He's from Cali. He's a transplant, but he's going to be on at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Central. Man, these time zones are rough. But yeah, Kevin is going to be on tomorrow sharing his experience, strength, and hope. He has almost 10 years, just shy, less than a month. Awesome guy. Met him in a Zoom meeting in California. Awesome story. I can't wait to have him on tomorrow night. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to give a shout out. I know there's a few guys listening right now from the Dayton area. Some recovery warriors of mine that are in a program right now. I love you guys. I hope you guys stay strong and stay vigilant in your recovery. My heart goes out to you guys because some of these guys are actually participating in a program that I graduated from, and it's not easy. And I'm proud of you guys, and I just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I'm going to share my screen real quick at the thought of the day from Hazelton once again. Amazing website. If you guys haven't ever gone to it, it's Betty Ford's website. I frequent this page a lot because I connect to it a lot. I read them all, guys. I'm not just a one program reader when it comes to the readings and the meditations and things like that, because I really connect with a lot of them. I'm going to bring it up now for you guys to share along with. The thought of the day right now for Sunday, January 9th, life gives us much time to collect bizarre thoughts and feelings. Man, stuck in our head and our stinking thinking. Who relates to that? I know I do. As we go through life, we run into all kinds of negative messages, thoughts, teasing on the school bus, insulting nicknames. I've been there, guys. Boy, I grew up at almost 510 pounds in my mid-20s, so you can imagine the things that I've heard and the hateful names I've been called. So I relate to that right off the rip. And other put-downs, hazing, negative talk, just people being nasty. Pretty soon, we may discover that some of these messages stick in our minds, and they do. To this day, they do. I still struggle with it, guys. Repeating themselves over and over like a broken record. These messages can make us feel bad about ourselves. So anyone out there that can relate to being put down or made fun of, people talking negatively towards you, you should relate to this. Like I certainly do. That mental aspect of it and it sticking in my head still affects me to this day. It's getting better, but it still bothers me. But when we hear one of these tapes playing inside of us, we have the power to push the stop button, to change our thought process and to get out of that stinking thinking. And that's absolutely true. We can record a new message. We can even say it out loud, recover out loud. Amen. Amen. So that our voices settle empathetically into our thoughts. We can't make others stop saying these things. Control. Character defect of mine. I struggle with control. I can't control what people are going to say or do. But we can stop listening to them, right? We don't have to listen to it. We don't have to put up with that. We've got a choice today, guys. We only have, they only have power over us when we give it to them. Don't give them that power. We have the ability and the freedom to let negative thoughts float by us like water going downstream. Just let it go. What positive message can I send myself today? Wow. I just relate it to it because I can remember those days, and even to this day, where I struggle with people saying things positive to me because people had said so many negative things to me, and it scarred me mentally. And, I'm still healing from it, guys, even in recovery. But I know that changing my thought process and my stinking thinking from a negative one to a positive one helps with that tremendously. Telling myself positive affirmations daily. My girlfriend has positive affirmations stuck all over our bathroom wall and mirror. So when I get up to get up to go to the restroom in the morning, first thing, it's the I cans and the I wills, and I'm worth it, and I am worthy, I am loved. It's all positive self-talk, guys. And it really, really helps. The more I practice it, the more I start believing it, and the more I can apply it to my life. It just becomes easier. But it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. Believe me, I still struggle with it. I have to allow others to be where they're at, be who they are, and act how they're going to act. Again, I struggle with control, and sometimes I just want to reach out and choke them, and I can't. I have that choice to react or respond today, and I just simply choose not to react because 9 times out of 10, I get myself in trouble and I end up saying something hateful or doing something that gets me in trouble. Or sometimes I just don't do anything. Sometimes walking away from me and not saying a word, just smiling and walking away and letting them be where they're at. You know what I mean? Not even giving them the satisfaction of acknowledgement that I even heard what they said is sometimes easier for me. I know it's a lot less stressful when I do that because, there's a lot of anxiety and anger involved in some of these comments that I have heard, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard. Sometimes it's just easier to walk away. It just ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. Can't control other people. Let go of those negative vibes, guys. I can't stress it enough. Stay positive. Try to keep that attitude of gratitude daily. I can just share from my personal experience when I wake up every day and I start my day off with the attitude of gratitude and those positive vibes and thought process, my day usually goes pretty good. And it makes it a lot easier to get through the day. Getting out of my own head, getting out of my own way. And if something happens and life shows up where it's really stressful, and I'm being hard on myself and I'm pumping quarters in that ass kicking machine and I'm having a hard time giving myself a break, which happens sometimes, that's when I reach out. That's when I share. That's when I tell people where I'm at and how I'm feeling. And I'm honest with them, because I have those days sometimes, guys. Trust me, there's days where I'm in my head and I need to reach out and open up that toolbox. A good friend of mine, Scotty May, said, rip that fucking lid off that toolbox and leave it off. That way it's available and you don't even have to go through the lid. Just reach down in there and get your tools out and use them. And I agree with him 100%. I have to reach down in that recovery toolbox, guys, and use the tools that have been taught to me. I tell you what, the rooms and the like-minded people in the 12-step programs are honestly, in my opinion, the most powerful tool in anyone's toolbox because it's that like-minded inspiration and experience that we all relate to almost 10 times out of 10 when we share open and honestly with someone else that's struggling in recovery. They're going to relate and they're going to give you pretty sound advice. So use those tools, guys. Keep that attitude of gratitude and stay positive. Trust me, changing your thought process from a negative one to a positive one helps. It takes practice. It doesn't happen overnight. But if you practice it daily, practice the principles daily, keep a moral inventory daily. And, if you fail, that's okay. At least you're trying. You're participating in your recovery and you're applying self. Hi, Joy. Happy Sunday to you, too. You're not late. You're here. You're participating in your recovery. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you got some sleep. You of all people relate probably to this stream. You may have to go back and re-listen to it, but it talked about getting up in your head and not being able to shut your brain off. Thought process. That's thinking. Mind going 100 miles an hour. I struggle with it myself. I've shared with you before, journaling, music, just doing anything to get my mind off whatever's really bothering me, or just simply picking the phone up and calling somebody really helps. Grateful for Jesus, music, in bed. Wow. Amen. I love seeing gratitude on here, guys. Absolutely love seeing gratitude on here. All kinds of things to be grateful for. All things, what do you say here? Still damn good. I'm grateful to be here. I appreciate you guys being on here and watching and listening, participating in not only my recovery, but your recovery. Remember, tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern, I'm going to have Kevin on here. Another great story. I hope you guys can join in. Until then, I love you guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will catch you guys later on. Hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you.